world should be looking forward to.
What are you expecting and what are you hoping to see from Tim? Because he's been pretty reserved so far this build-up.
Yeah, a little. Look, that's just Tim. Tim lets his fist do the talking, which is great. But I honestly believe that this fight is going to go down to the wire. I mean, he's fighting the most experienced guy he's fought for a long, long time. But I also don't believe that Tony Harrison's ever been in the ring with somebody that has an engine like Tim that can go from round 1 to round 12 at the same pace. And that's going to be the big thing. Unless Harrison can get him out of there early, he's going to be in a lot of trouble in the late rounds.
He lit the fuse, didn't he, Tony Harrison, a few days ago, saying that Tim is nowhere near as good as his dad was, that he's 100 levels below Kostya. Is he going to go down that personal angle again today?
Absolutely, he's going to, and that's what he's supposed to do. Tony is supposed to come over here and shake up the forest, rock the trees, and really get Tim outside of himself. As Jeff said, Tim has been very reserved, very calm. That's his nature. And in order for Tony to get this win, he's got to get Tim outside of himself. Best way to do that, attack the personal, attack the heart. That always hurts.
They are contrasting characters, aren't they, Jeff?
Definitely so. Like I said, Tony's very, very confident. He's been there and done it all. Like you said, he took the rough way to get there. Tim's got the easy way. And look, good luck to me. Somebody told me there's $10 million over there. You can just come walk and pick it up, or you got to climb the mountains and cross the ocean to get it. I'm taking the easy way as well. And good luck to Tim. He's done everything right.
All right, well, let's see how it all unfolds. Here's Ben Damon with the official press conference.
Thank you so much, Megan. Yeah, just 2 more sleeps until this very, very exciting fight day that you'll see live on Main Event Television. To go through exactly what is happening on Sunday, 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, the prelims begin. You'll see them on Fox Sports and on KO as well. Then at midday, the pay-per-view begins. 5 live fights there. Of course, it all culminates in this all-important fight, Australia v the USA. It is for the WBO interim world title. It's super welterweight. It's between Australia's own Tim Tszyu and America's former world champion in Tony Harrison. A stacked undercard today. We're going to talk to all of the fighters on the pay-per-view. We're also going to talk to some of those involved in the prelims. Of course, it is all brought to you by No Limit Boxing Promotions. And here we are today in a beautiful part of Sydney on a fantastic day, looking forward to a memorable day of boxing coming up this Sunday. George Rose from No Limit Boxing Promotions. I'll talk to you first. George, what a beautiful atmosphere it is today for a really, really special fight and fight week. How are you feeling about everything going on?
Mate, I'm feeling absolutely fantastic. Look, it's been a really big build-up this week. Fight week's been very exciting, very entertaining, and what a day now. We're sitting on the front lawn of the Opera House in the Sydney Harbour Bridge, a beautiful Sydney Harbour here. Best city in the world. Where else would you rather be for a big fight like this? This is, without a doubt, the biggest fight day for Australian boxing. This belt that sits here in front of me is going to be huge for Australian boxing going forward. And this fight day, this fight card is what we've all been waiting for.
The 2 main event fighters will join us shortly. They'll sit either side of you. You've been watching very, very closely through the promotion and the build-up to this. What do you make of where Tony Harrison and Tim Tszyu are this close to this big fight?
Look, they're the 2 best fighters in the world outside of the undisputed world champion. They are, without a doubt, the 2 best fighters in the division. And a lot of people say that Tim's crazy for taking such a fight when he's got a guaranteed path towards undisputed. But that's Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu wants challenges. Tim Tszyu wants big fights. Tony Harrison is an absolute freak of a fighter. He's up the top for a reason. It's because he's good. He's up here because he's good. And this is a chance for Tim Tszyu to show the world what he's got.
You talk about the risk what Tim Tszyu's taking. You're taking that risk as well. Getting so close to this big fight. Is there any part of you going, what are we doing here? We could be waiting for Jermell, Charlo for all of the belts, and we're fighting against the extremely dangerous Tony Harrison.
Yeah, we could be waiting, but I'd be bored, and everybody here would be bored too. All the fighters here would be bored. We like fights. We like putting on good fights. We like putting on big fights, and that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to keep doing for a reason. Until we get to the point where we can get in the ring with Jermell Charlo, we'll keep putting on fights. We'll keep putting on big events for Australia and for Tim Tszyu and for everybody else here on the fight card.
You're going to put on a lot of big fights this coming Sunday as well. Just going through some of those that we have here represented. Colin Mazzutia fights Ben Marnie, Isaac Hardman, Rowan Murdoch, Nikita Tszyu and Bo Belbin, Sam Goodman and TJ Doheny, Paulo Acuso, Unieski Gonzalez, the co-main, and of course Tim Tszyu and Tony Harrison. What are you most excited about on that incredible undercard?
Look, I can't pick a single fight, Tim. Anyone...
Tim, you're on.
I cannot pick a single fight that I think is a standout on this card. Every one of these fights is headline worthy. Every one of these fights. You've got Paulo fighting the monster. He's taking on another massive challenge in his quest for a world title. Every one of these fights, it's that good. You've got Cohen Mazudia and Ben Mahoney fighting on the headline of the prelim. Like any other card, that's a headline. It's a massive fight. All of these guys, and I've got to give absolute respect to every one of these fighters for taking the fights that they're in, because they're genuine 50-50 fights. But these are our best fighters in the country, and they want to showcase it to the world, because on Sunday, everyone's going to tune in and watch every one of these fights. So you've got the opportunity to showcase to the rest of the country and the states just who the best fighters in this country are.
And down to your right, you've got Nikita Tszyu. I know you're heavily invested in the Tszyu business, and Nikita is in with a tough one here. Another undefeated fighter, Bo Belbin, 7-0 from Tasmania. What are you expecting to see from Nikita against Belbin?
Look, most people in Nikita's position would be still fighting, you know, small-time prospects, easy wins, walking straight through them. But Nikita is taking on undefeated guys, taking on the hardest possible fights that he can. But I love Nikita. I love the way he fights. I love the unpredictability of him. Look, he's nicknamed the Butcher, and he just goes in and he throws everything, and I love that about him. He's one of our most entertaining fighters in the country, without a doubt, and it's going to be another massive fight. Bo Belbin is coming to win. He's come to make a name for himself. He's 7-0 for a reason. He's beat those guys, and he's ready to put his name out there against Nikita Tszyu.
Now on Sunday, the very best place you can be, of course, is on your couch watching on Main Event, available via Foxtel or KO. But you can get to the venue, Qudos Bank Arena at Homebush, for this memorable day of boxing action. Still some tickets available, George?
Of course. The atmosphere out there at Qudos is going to be off its head. So if you're looking for a really good day on Sunday, come out, support these fighters, get there, have a great time. One thing about No Limit, we love to entertain you. We love to put on a good show. So I can guarantee you this. You come out on Sunday, you won't be disappointed. You'll have a great time. Bring the family, bring your friends, whoever you want. If not, tune in live on KO Sports. It doesn't matter where you're at. You could be kicking back on the beach. You'd be cruising through beautiful Bennelong lawn here and get it out on your phone. KO Sports, that's the beauty of it. You can watch it absolutely anywhere.
Thanks, George. How are you enjoying the heat out here today in your jacket?
It's hot. Everybody else here is trying to cut weight. They're not even sweating. I'm the only one up here sweating. It's hot out here, but it's beautiful. This is Sydney. This is Sydney summer. Enjoy it. It's a beautiful day.
Thank you so much, George Rose. Let's go to the first of the fights mentioned there. It is Cohen Mazudia against Ben Mahoney. This will be part of the prelims. You'll see this between 10 a.m. and midday on Sunday. You can get that on Fox Sports and KO Sports as well before the pay-per-view begins. I'll start with Ben Mahoney. You're wearing a hoodie. Do you know it's hot?
Yeah, look, we all got to cut weight, and I actually didn't bring my team shirt, so I got a white plain tee under this, so I thought I'd chuck on a sponsor shirt for it, but here we are.
Great to have you here, and it must be exciting for you to be on such a big stage. You've been on big cards before, but on a fight card like this with Tszyu v Harrison up the top, fighting against Cohen Mazudia, something special for you.
Yeah, look, it's massive. It's a massive platform, and I thank the guys for getting me on at No Limit. It's a great fight. It's got a great belt on the line, and it's on the biggest platform on one of the biggest shows to ever come to Australia. So very grateful to be here, and I'm looking forward to putting on a show.
Cohen's had a fair bit to say about you. I think he was pretty surprised that you accepted this fight and were willing to fight him. Any response to the things that Cohen's been saying?
Oh, mate, look, some of the things he's been saying, it's ludicrous. And if that's what he stands by, he's obviously not done his research and not looked me up enough. I've been in the fight world for a long time. I've fought across 3 different sports at high levels. I've had 53 fights. I've never been stopped and trialled and tested. And if he wants to come in underestimating, that's going to be to his own detriment.
Thank you so much, Ben Mahoney. Cohen Mazudia is down the end of that front table. Cohen, are you surprised that Ben has taken this fight?
Yeah, a little bit. Only because I've just, it's not that I don't believe in him. I think he's a good fighter too, but I've just seen his lack of belief in himself, in his choice of fights and knowing he's turned down big money fights and big opportunities in the past, like I talk to people, I hear things, and then I just know that he's not had that belief in himself, and I see some insecurities there, like I'm a shark in water when it comes to fighting, so when I smell blood, it's time for the kill, and that's all I can see. It's just a bit of banter, mate. I've been wanting to engage you with a bit of banter, Benny, but he's doesn't even want to look at me right now, so it is what it is. His fight promotion, his fight night are 2 different things, so I couldn't care what the words are said. I'm going to punch his head in on Sunday, and that's it.
You want to say anything back, Ben, or no?
Nah, not really. It doesn't really matter. Words are words, mate. Talk is cheap, and I'll put the work in on Sunday and get the job done.
Cohen, how exciting for you to be fighting on a card like this, so close to home as well here in Sydney, and having a chance to show your skills in a fight against someone like Ben Marnie?
Yeah, mate, I'm excited. As I said, it's a really good fight for myself, for Australian boxing, for the fans. And, you know, like, I'm in this for two reasons. It's to prove myself against the best possible test I can find. I've shown that in chasing the hardest fights in Australia, and I continue to do that. And the other reason is to entertain and to put on a show. Seems like that's a one-way street for this fight, but that's okay. So I'm sure on the night we'll get it on.
Thank you so much to Cohen Mazudia and Ben Marnie. You'll see that as part of the prelims on Sunday before midday, Australian Eastern Daylight Time. We do head to main event pay-per-view. You're going to see Isaac Hardman in action against Rowan Murdoch, a really exciting fight at super middleweight. We'll start with the Queenslander, Rowan Murdoch. Great to have you here, Rowan, as part of a huge fight. And similarly to Ben Marnie, we've seen you on some big shows, but this is a great opportunity for you. How are you feeling about that opportunity?
Yeah, first off, I just want to thank No Limit for this opportunity. There's a lot of great talent on this card. I'm grateful to be a part of it. But, man, I feel really good. I've had to put in a 10-week camp for this. I've just been in the dark completely, doing all I can to get the win on Sunday. So, yeah.
You're sitting right there alongside your opponent. Something a bit unusual. How's that feel?
It is. It's all good, man. He's been pretty good to me over the last 10 weeks, so there's no malice in this one. This is just good old-fashioned fight.
I don't know if Isaac agrees with that. No malice in this one.
Nah, there's no malice in it. I appreciate him taking the fight, you know, so it's good.
Nice hat too, Isaac.
Sick hat. It's my mum's hat, actually, so don't tease it too much.
No, I really like it. Will you be wearing that to the ring on Sunday?
I will be.
Okay, you're committing to that. You're wearing that to the ring.
Yes.
Okay, what happens in this fight, Isaac? Last time out, we saw you produce the knockout of the year in Australian boxing, something the likes of which we have never seen in a ring in Australia. What are you planning this time?
Yes, before I start real quick, just premium soil conditioners and fertiliser over there, Paul and Simone. Put your hand up. They're doing a $1,000 bonus, performance of the night bonus for whoever. And Ben, you can judge that real quick. Again, premium soil conditioners and fertiliser doing a bonus, $1,000. What was the question again?
I don't know. I think there's more bonuses around. I don't know, George. Is there anything else planned, bonus-wise?
Oh man, this is no limit. When we want to put on a bonus, we'll probably throw out a bit more than the 1,000, you know. So there's usually a little pocket for you to throw around. But look, we'll judge the performance by what it is. I know that you said that there's no malice in this one, but I think he's planning to try and knock Rowan out. So I think there is a bit of malice in there.
I'll be trying to.
Rowan, back to you for a moment. What style of fight do we see here? Because we've seen different styles from Isaac Hardman previously. What are we going to see from you in this fight?
I think for me, it's going to be just a boxing clinic. I think he's underestimating my boxing ability, and I think he will see that. He'll see the skills I have. I've been in this sport for a very long time. You know, I started when I was 10 years old, so I've 20 years in this game, and I think he's underestimating my ability. But again, if it goes down to it, man, we're going to go deep waters. And I can also bang too, so it'll either be a boxing clinic or we'll be out banging.
And what happens, Isaac? How do you see this fight finishing, mate?
I win. I'm not overestimated. I never overestimate anyone, so that's rubbish. So because everyone up here is a top level athlete, so getting in the ring, you shouldn't overestimate anyone. So definitely not doing that. I got my boxing lesson from the flea bag, and I'm stoked about that because I learned a lot. So if he's planning on teaching me a lesson, I've already learned my lesson, and I'm coming back better and bigger. So it's going to be a good one. It's a cracker. I think it's the most talked about one behind the big one up the back there. So yeah, it's going to be on fire.
Yeah, it's going to be really special. That is Isaac Hardman, Rowan Murdoch, a great fight as part of this pay-per-view undercard that you'll see on Sunday. So is this. Nikita Tszyu, Bo Belbin. These two, both undefeated fighters. Nikita Tszyu made his professional boxing debut last year with much fanfare. The Tasmanian Bo Belbin has been doing great stuff over a number of years, and he is currently 7-0. I'll start with him. Bo, firstly, on Tasmania, I know you've been training in Melbourne largely, but you headed back. What's the buzz like around you and this fight and what it means?
Oh, look, it's massive, mate. Tassie always gets behind their fighters and their athletes. We're a small little state, so we all get behind each other and support each other. And yeah, this fight's obviously pretty big. We've had some guys on some big cards in the past, and I'm looking to hopefully make them all proud.
What have you made of what you've seen from Nikita Tszyu? Because you couldn't have missed it. He's been on the big stage since he started professional boxing. What did you think?
Oh, 100%. Look, Nikita can box, he can bang, he can move a bit. He's improving with every fight. So, you know, in my prep, we're preparing for everything and anything coming into this. You know, we've had a wicked camp. We've crossed the T's and dotted the I's. So we're just ready to get in there and get it on now.
Clearly, you don't come into a fight like this, though, thinking you're going to lose. What is it you've seen in Nikita Tszyu that makes you confident you win this fight?
Oh, look, it's a matter of self-belief for me. It's not really anything to do with Nikita or his style or him as a person. I think he's an intelligent kid. I think he's definitely got that boxing pedigree. He boxes very well. Like I said, he fights very well. But this is about my self-belief and beating myself for this fight, getting in there and just getting the job done.
All right, thank you, Bo Belbin. We'll head up to the top table now to Nikita Tszyu. I've seen you listening very intently to what Bo's been saying. What do you make of your opponent, Bo Belbin, and the words he's just come out with?
Look, I really respect the stuff that he says. I respect the self-belief that he has, because it's the same kind of belief I have in myself. I see a lot of him inside me, and that's a very respectable trait to have. He's coming in to win, and that's his main goal, and without self-belief, that's not going to happen.
What's it been like for you preparing for this fight when your brother's on the same card, you share a trainer? Any difference to previous preparations for you?
This has actually been a very different camp. I've been training a little bit earlier. I've been very isolated from my brother. It's all kind of just been focused on my own path, and this is an individual sport, and you have to be selfish in this. So everything's been just all focused on myself, and I've been really prepared for this one.
And with that selfish mindset, you have a great opportunity to put the world on notice about another Tszyu on this card and in this fight, because the world will be watching. What are your plans on Sunday?
My plans is to just be myself, to be the fighter that I know I can be the athlete, showcase my skills, be able to put on a boxing clinic where I really show myself. That's a big one for me. I don't try and I don't let the moment get ahead for me. I really take everything in.
And just a thought on the main event, Tim Tszyu, Tony Harrison, your brother, you know him better than just about anyone. Where's he at, and what do you think happens in this fight?
Look, Tim he's been completely transformed. This camp, he's blossomed into a beautiful butterfly, and I'm just so excited and so eager for him to get this opportunity and to finally get the recognition that he deserves. He's getting that big resume fight. He's getting that big name on his resume, and it's a great moment because the world will finally recognize him as kind of a top-rated fighter. There's been a lot of talks that he got it easy or he kind of walked it up easily, having the best manager in the world, but he gets to showcase it tonight, Sunday.
Thank you so much. That is one of the Tszyu brothers, the Butcher and the beautiful Butterfly. Next up, it is Sam Goodman and TJ Doheny. This is a really, really good fight between a fighter on the rise who is undefeated.
You guys all right? Big J's going to be on the line in about 10 minutes or so after the press conference is over. We're going to talk about everything.
Well, and who joins us here today, TJ Doheny. Great to have you here as part of a major card. What does this fight against Sam Goodman represent to you at this stage of your career?
I just want to first off just say thanks to No Limit for having me involved, and Sam Goodman and his team for taking on such a big challenge. And it means the world to me. You know, it's been a couple of years on the sidelines now, trying to come back and take my spot as a world champion. You know, so come Sunday, this is a massive opportunity for me to take my spot back.
You're a former world champion. You've been in some major fights overseas. You've done some great things for boxing. Has Sam Goodman ever seen anything like you?
Not at the moment. He's been matched quite progressively throughout his career. After 13 fights with me, I think it might be a bit matched aggressively, but he's coming along nicely, and I think it's a very intriguing matchup in terms of, you know, the former world champion and then the hot prospect coming through. So we just can't wait till Sunday to get it on, and we'll find out.
Certainly we will. Clearly, he's a very, very slick boxer. He was a good amateur. He moves very well in the ring. What is your strength and what's your advantage, do you think, in a fight against Sam Goodman?
Yeah, look, as I always say, I never... Any fight, world title fights, world title unifications, we've never went in with a game plan. We've always got in there and adapted to what's in front of us. And all the while, we've always came in and we've been cheered out of the stadium with our performances, So we're ready for whatever he brings. And it's like this. I've been there, I've done it, I know I've done it, I know what it takes. So, yeah, as I said again, just looking forward to getting it on.
That is TJ Doheny. He takes on this man, Sam Goodman, down the end of the front table. Sam, it's a daunting opponent. He's done some great things, and I'm sure you've watched him closely over the years, TJ.
Yeah, 100%. It's a great opponent, and that's why I've taken on this challenge. I think I can beat the guys at the top level, and I've got to beat guys like TJ to prove that. So I need guys like him on my resume. And look, I've watched him for a long time. He's a great fighter, and like he said, he's been there, he's done it, and I've watched all the guys at that level, and I want to go to that level. So I've got to take him out.
You get the feeling that TJ and his team want to test your toughness in a fight like this. How tough are you?
I'll get to show you Sunday night. I know that answer, but look, I just get to prove it in front of everyone that's watching. Look, I know what I'm about. I know who I am, and I'm ready to prove that Sunday night. So.
We know how excited you were to be a part of the proposed Charlo v Tszyu card in Las Vegas, but now you're here at home in a major fight like this. How are you feeling about that opportunity of fighting here in Sydney again on such a significant show?
Yeah, look, it was just pretty much keep the ball rolling, get back into training camp, and we still spent a good chunk of that trip over in America, getting plenty of world-class rounds in with world-class guys, and it was a great experience and something I'm looking to showcase during this fight. But to be honest, I'll probably landed a bigger fight for myself back here in TJ, and it's a challenge I'm looking forward to, and I'm excited to be back in Sydney. It always goes off. It's always a good show when No Limit puts on a show, and I'm keen as. And it's always a good show when the Mad Bunch, your supporter network, turn up. How many should we expect, and what are they going to do at Qudos Bank Arena on Sunday? It's the biggest numbers we're ever bringing, so it's going to be massive. They're going to be rowdy. You know what they're about, so you know what I'm about, you know what they're about, you know what you're getting. Gee, that's a good fight. Sam Goodman, TJ Doheny at Super Bantamweight. You'll see that as part of the pay-per-view as well. And this will be the co-main. It's Paulo Acuso against Unieski Gonzalez. Now, I'll go straight to Paulo Acuso up the top here because your opponent hasn't turned up. Any ideas where he is?
Yeah, I'm not too sure where he is at. I think he's at his hotel losing weight. It's pretty unprofessional of him not being here. But, yeah, I think he just has to lose a couple of kilos and, yeah.
Gee, every time we do say it, that you fight, you're just giving away so much experience. This is your fourth pro fight. Unieski Gonzalez has been to the very top of global boxing. He's 21-5 with 17 stoppages, and he's been in there with Gilberto Ramirez, Andre Durrell, like all sorts of big names. Why are you in such a hurry?
Well, I know he's got. he's fought a lot of people. He's got a lot of experience in the pros and the amateurs as well. But he's 4 world champions, 5 world champions, but he hasn't come close to winning him. So I feel like I have the skills, I have the belief in myself to come out and come out victorious.
Now, he's not here today, so we can't show you him, but he is called the Monster, and he is a bad-looking dude, originally from Cuba. He's a big, strong, light heavyweight. What do you do against someone who clearly is going to try and go to war with you?
Yeah, I know he's going to go to war. He's going to be banging and throwing a lot of punches, but it's hard to hit someone when you can't hit him. So it's all pointless. But I've got the skills, I outpoint him, and I'll win the fight.
Everyone's trying to steal the show. Everyone is trying to get the crowd going there at Qudos Bank Arena on Sunday. Why is it you that's going to do that?
Well, like I say, man, I'm entertaining. I like to talk too much, but I do it all through my actions, and just be there Sunday and watch me entertain the crowd.
We will do that, and that is our undercard ahead of this all-important fight that you will see as part of the main event pay-per-view on Sunday. Next up, we're going to talk to Tim Tszyu and Tony Harrison.
Just when you think you're one punch away from everything you've ever worked for, it's ripped away.
Tim Tszyu's world title shot has been put on hold result, with Undisputed champion Jermell Charlo pulling out of their blockbuster bout.
And then what? Sure, you can hope your time comes again.
Here, let's mute that for a minute. Let's mute that for a minute. How you guys doing? I've been awake since about 4:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm kind of feeling it. I was full of life earlier during the Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia press conference, but now it's kind of getting me. So basically, I'm normally in bed between like 7 and like 9 p.m. on like a regular weekday. Friday, I'm normally in bed about like 9 p.m. or so, give or take, because I know how I know it because I watch trash TV. I watch Love After Lockup, Love During Lockup, all that shit. So I normally fall asleep. Saturdays, I take a nap, and that's how, in the midday, and that's how I'm able to stay up late at night. Sundays, I'm in bed. But anyway, I'm kind of feeling it right now. And also, it's date night, but my lady's sick. So it looks like it's not going to be a date night tonight. I'm probably going to go to a Longhorn Steakhouse. I've been craving a steak. I'm on a body cleanse. I've been taking, I've been taking this right here. It's called the Cleaner. And man, oh man, up until about this morning, my stomach has been like. So about 8 months ago, I was 298 pounds. I'm now down to 248. I'm trying to get to about the 240 or so mark. I'm a little bit just a cunt hair over 6'2". I don't know. I'm just, I'm probably this doesn't have anything to do with boxing. So they're back. Tony Harrison then showed up without no shirt to the press conference. That's some real Detroit shit right there. Excuse my language, but that's some nigga shit right there. Nigga done showed up with no shirt on. My man.
And Australia's own undefeated fighter. This is Tim Tszyu.
Tell you. So it's a pattern. I'm up at about, I got to get up in the middle of the night around like 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. in the morning, and I have to go to the toilet. It's like, it ain't no joke. It works. So basically, I'm doing a body cleanse, and then starting on Sunday, I'm back in the gym full time. But this is the most I've ever been into the gym, like, in my life. Like, no bullshit. Y'all can't really tell because y'all always see me sitting down. But I'm talking about, like, I'm light as a bird. I have some cardio. I can run my ass off. Oh, shit. He pulled up in a Dodge Ram. Okay, Tim Tszyu. Yeah, no, I'm drinking plenty of water, obviously. You have to drink 8 to 10.
Story behind no shirt today.
Well, let me. I got to give y'all a little backstory because I roll by every park in Australia and I ain't see like no full court basketball run, no pick 'em up, mess 'em up rugby runs, no baseball runs. So I'm from 7 Mile Koya, man. We got one of the most prolific parks, Peterson Park, that is one of the most competitive parks in America. Every day I went to that park with my shirt off. It was either for a pickup basketball game, it was for a pickup rugby game in y'all sense, a pickup baseball game. But when they seen me on that sideline with my shirt off, they knew I had next. When they knew I had next, they knew it was, and I had my shirt off, it was for one or two reasons. The first reason is because they know I meant fucking business. When I was on that sideline with my shirt